Hello YouTube friends. Well, this is going to be kind of a different video because what I'm going to do is I am going to sell this beautiful Coach Harmony Hobo bag to the RealReal under consignment. And I have never ever done anything like that. Usually I just sell bags on eBay, but I don't like the bag market on eBay right now. The things just aren't selling, so I thought I don't want to waste my time on such a beautiful bag. It's really in nice, it's really in nice condition. Beautiful, beautiful. I've only used it a few times, but basically it's just too big. It's heavy. The straps don't fold down, so when I'm trying to store it, it's really bulky, and I don't want to damage it at all. And so I just basically have it in a dust bag up on the shelf, and I just move it around. That's it. So I thought this would be a good bag to try their consignment with. And basically, let's see, they have sheets of paper that you print out, and it gives you your consignment number. They ask you what you're going to be sending to them, and it's basically just by the brand. And then what type of deal. It's a handbag. You put a copy of that in your box with it, and they send you a shipping label for free, so I can drop it off at a UPS store. So you send it to them, and apparently in about 3 weeks they will determine if they can sell it, and then I guess they list it and then send you your payment if it sells. So I've got a big box here, so I will keep you guys posted. I'm going to make a little addition to this video every step of the way and see what happens. But yeah, it's a beautiful bag. I mean, I really love it, but the suede makes me very nervous. And when it's nice outside, it's fine to use, but it's oxblood, that's more of a fall bag to me. And usually in the fall, it's kind of rainy and icky out, so I don't want to drag this out there. So we will see what happens and how much I get. This one, I am not sure. I got a good deal on it to begin with, so I think I'm fine with what it ends up with. But let's see together what they end up paying me for it. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a little update here on how I've found working with the RealReal to be. So far, so good. They really definitely impressed me at first with their response. They got back to me really very quickly. Here's a look at the site and what you'll see, and then ask you how you want to be paid out. I'll tell you a little bit of background. So I had printed out the label to ship the bag, and I went ahead and took it with me to work because I was just going to drop it off at a UPS store on the way home or something. And I got an email from someone at the RealReal saying, "Hey, I'm your account manager. I just wanted to see how you found everything. I see you've printed up a label. Do you want us to send UPS to come pick it up from your house for you?" And I was like, yeah, that's really nice service. It really, I don't know, it's something you'd have to pay for to have UPS come out. I know that the Postal Service will pick up during the regular deliveries, but UPS won't. So that was a really nice perk. So I said, yeah, absolutely. So I went ahead and just let them pick it up the next day. So that would have been around the 26th of April. And then by May 1st, I got an email from them saying that it had been received. I also had gotten a phone call from that same person that first day, just asking if I had any questions about the process and let her know. So that was really nice service. I think that part was good. So it looks like they have a little sustainability calculator here. This is in my own account here, so I won't show you everything, but it says average processing time is 2 to 3 weeks. And so right now it's in the processing stage. When it gets listed, it's going to go live. I don't know what they're going to sell it for. I chose a bag purposely that I don't really care about. It wasn't used much, but as you could see in the beginning, it just kind of loses its shape when you're storing it. It's just the way a hobo bag is. So they might say it's not in great condition. I don't know. It doesn't have any scratches or damage to it. But that's something that I wanted to check out to see how they rate it for sale. I couldn't find the tags that went with it. Usually I have those in there, but I didn't. So that would have given me, I think, a little boost also. I know one was recently on there, and I think it was listed for only like 200, and it sold. But they only give you, like, I think 50% of what it sells for, or even less. And I chose to have them not give me a direct deposit for the payment, but to go ahead and credit my account because I shop there anyhow. Something else you guys might be wondering about is why I chose the RealReal instead of Fashion File, which is definitely preferred for selling. They give you a bigger compensation back when something is sold. They don't have, I guess the RealReal apparently has some kind of janky policies where if they lose your bag, they'll only give you a percentage of what it might have sold for. And I've heard of nightmares where people say they start discounting their bags immediately once they get them, so you get a lot less. I don't know. That's one thing that we're going to see on here. But the reason I didn't sell on Fashion File is that Coach isn't considered a designer that they accept on Fashion File. So I am not that luxurious to have a lot of designer items that I can sell them. I'm keeping my Louis Vuittons for now. Maybe later I will test that with Fashion File. I'm sure I could have gotten a lot more for this bag if I posted it on eBay. However, the selling market on eBay right now is not good. People put in really crazy offers. Things just are not moving like they used to. So I thought this would be a good time to check this out and see how much I actually end up with. I'm thinking even though the bag retailed for over $500, I got it at a discount on the reserve section of the outlet a couple years ago, so I won't be heartbroken if I don't get much back. But if they sell it for, say, $200, I'll only get like $100 back. I might even get less if they have to discount it. So we will see, but this is your update on how it's going and why I chose the RealReal over Fashion File. I would have much rather been able to sell on Fashion File, but Coach is not one of their designers that they accept. All right, until the next step. Okay, now here's a nice little update. So they say it should take 2 weeks to actually get my product reviewed to make sure that it was authentic and all of that and listed. And so they received it on May 3rd. Today is the 16th. So they had like one more day before it's supposed to be listed. But I just checked on it and here we go. So one of the things I noticed is that I told them that it was a Coach Harmony Hobo. And they never ask at any point exactly what the bag is, which I thought was really weird. So they've just listed it as Coach 1941 solid leather tote, which it is. It's all suede inside. So they have accepted it, and it shows the price is $355, which I'm happy with. That's a lot more than I thought they were going to list it at. So that's good. And then I click on View Listing, and it shows it right here. It's not available yet, but they took some good pictures of it. They estimated the retail as $620. I think the retail was like $575. So that's off a little bit. But I think that that price is good. It's not brown leather. It is ox blood, and they say brown leather. It's okay. Protective feet. One thing that surprised me here, they have the dimensions. The condition surprised me. They have excellent, which, I mean, honestly, I thought it was excellent. But usually when I look at the RealReal, they will judge things lower than the actual condition. Like a lot of them will just say good, and it's really in great condition. So I was very happy that they have deemed it excellent condition, no visible signs of wear. And so, yeah, so I am very happy about the listing so far. We will see if it sells and what they actually give me. And again, I had chosen for them to go ahead and credit my account with the payment instead of paying my bank account. I just decided to use store credit because they give you 10% more. So we'll see how it goes, but so far so good. Okay, so finally my item has sold, and it sold for $248.50, which I think was very reasonable, especially considering that I bought it for $200 like a couple years ago. So out of that I got a 60% payback, and I just opted to have it as store credit, and so I got $149. So adding to that, the $200 bonus they gave me for my first time selling, and then the $22 that was in the pocket of the new bag I bought for free, I ended up clearing, what, $372. So I think it was well worth it. It was a very easy process. Just know that as much attention as they give you when you start to sell, it drops off. I had questions later on and asked the same person that was supposed to be my sales concierge, and she took longer and longer to answer. I didn't ask tons of questions, just a couple. And then the next time I asked her a question, I didn't get a response at all. But it did take a long time. It took about a month and a half. Although, you know, on eBay during the summertime, things do not move quickly either. So that was fine. It saved me a lot of the headache. I did have to box it up myself, but I didn't have to take pictures. I didn't have to do the listing. I didn't have to ship it off. I didn't have to worry if the person's going to try and return it for some bogus reason. So it takes care of all those worries that you might have in a traditional selling format. So for that reason, I think it's great. Especially if you can get in on those deals with first-time seller bonuses. That was really very lucrative for me, and I was surprised. And I am selling another bag. I already have it boxed up and ready to go. And they last time they offered to have someone just pick it up for me from my house for UPS, and that's usually like a $25 fee with UPS, I believe. So that's a really nice perk. I'm going to go ahead and let them do that again. This time I don't have time to get out there and ship it. So really I don't have to do anything. I just sit back and wait, and then someone will eventually buy it, and then they credit my account, and then I can buy something new. So all in all, I think selling through the RealReal was a very positive experience. I was very surprised that it was as positive as it was. Hopefully this next sale will go well, because I have a lot of bags to sell and I just don't feel like going through the normal channels. This was just way too easy for me, so I was impressed. So I hope you liked this video showing exactly how I went through it and the path that I took to sell my first bag on the RealReal. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time.